I was thinking about the laying new pipes. Getting out ahead to me is like laying new pipes before you need them.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah. We think that's a good idea. Just always have fresh, clean pipes through which the universe can yield gold or anything else that you might like.
Because, I look at maintaining momentum, and to me that is the way I would try to do it, or I do try to do
now
it.
let's think about that. If there's momentum flowing through your pipes, they're not as likely to get clogged, are they?
No.
So if your pipes are flowing, you don't have to lay new ones. And there's a certain amount of momentum, but you can play it any way you want. If you've got momentum going, you don't need to lay new pipes.
Yeah, true.
But it's illogical that you would ever not have a slowing of momentum, because you're living life and there's plenty to focus upon. So
This happens.
yeah.
So one thing I like to do, a friend shared a wonderful quote with us. It was that wake up each morning knowing something wonderful is going to happen. And I look at that as a way of
Choosing a high-flying disc. Yeah.
just starting that way, and it's true. Something wonderful happens.
And the more
every day.
often you do it, then the more the universe yields it to you, and the more you believe it, and the more you practice the vibration of it, and the more law of attraction brings it to you. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Wonderful. I've been fascinated with after Jerry made his transition, hearing the stories of how he and Esther have communicated and how he has helped Esther, and is someone who has made their transition, someone you are close to, more accessible to you?
Yes, but only because of your expectation. In other words, everyone who is non-physical, you have access to their attention. Even if you never met them, if it was someone who you have interest about, you call them and they come. But it's how clear are your pipes? And in Esther's case, her expectation is greater relative to Jerry because he's on her mind so much. Yeah. It's an interesting thing to watch Esther and so many of our physical friends beginning to catch a glimpse of the true continuity of life that we are all about. Because in some ways it's logical to you that new generations are being born and new ones are coming and old ones are leaving and so forth. And so there's this sense that, but most of us are staying, and so the new ones are fewer and the ones that have just left are fewer, but the balance of those who are here are really maintaining the continuity, and we're teaching each other our ways. But really, there's a whole other continuity of life that is beneath everything that all of you are living. And what that is that when someone makes their transition, their interest in you and their interest in who they were and what they are about doesn't wane. In fact, they just begin focusing with cleaner pipes. You see. Their desires are still as they were, but their expectation is pure and their pipes are wide open, which means those of you who have been playing with them, you can have a little bit of a rough ride if your pipes aren't as open as theirs are. And it takes some doing to get your pipes that open, because now you've got to really trust who you are. Now you're focusing upon the laws of the universe. Now you're more interested in the vibrational aspects of life. Now the tangible things are less significant to you. In other words, to be physically focused and non-physically inclined is the best of all worlds. You see. That's that sensation that our friend was having, that she just can't move fast enough because she's taking non-physical energy and trying to apply it specifically to physical action. And energy just moves so much faster than action that after a little while, you let go of the need to act on all of it and you just start enjoying the flow of the energy.
Letting it happen.
For example, think about the feeling of love, or the feeling of being in love, the feeling of loving someone, or the feeling of appreciating someone, and then try to make it tangible and physical, and see how just the application of that just slows it down. There's so much about your physical world that is about non-physical energy flowing. And as you start being more a flower and less a doer, as you're more being energy and less action, then everything around you begins to look differently. Everything feels easier. You begin exercising the leverage of alignment. Esther was telling someone yesterday that the things that are happening around her, there's no question in her mind that there is a freer flowing pipe focuser, she's talking about Jerry, than she's ever had access to before. It also shocks her when she realizes how dependent on observing physical things she has been. And she's actually acknowledging that it was sort of kind of, she doesn't want to admit it, sort of kind of, necessary, that the physical had to be gone before she would do what she always wanted to do, which is go with the flow of the energy. We're not trying to talk you out of being physically focused, and we're not trying to talk you out of the deliciousness of the tangible, because it's all wonderful. We just want you to know that you have access to perceptions that you usually don't allow yourself, because you're sort of clinging to physical instead of reaching for the emotion, which is the indication of the non-physical connection. We said a lot there. Mm-hmm. That was about a book and a half right there. Right there. Something more?
That's it. Thank you.
Really
There's
good.
so much love for you.
Really good. Wait.